Bowl 54. It's Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline.
Let's go.
They're 180! 180!
55 to right. Defense wins championships, baby.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns. And that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25. And 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Watch safety three. Watch safety three.
Red Delta!
Check safety. Check safety.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Alpha!
Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day.
Now Rivers. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 11. And a first down, L.A.
Got white 90. Black 15!
Come on, baby.
White 89!
Now Gordon on first down. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
And it's third down.
Mike's 43. Mike's 43.
Hey, go orange. Go orange. Hey, good!
43's the Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He lost 6 there on the first down play. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain there of 21 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch twist.
Now Ballage. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Quit talking about it and bring it. 31's the mic. All day, dog. 31's the mic. Ricky.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. They end up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They run it with Ballage. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Sponge. Hug.
Hey, exit. Hurry, hut.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Check 55, Mike.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Easy, easy. Hey, echo.
Double dog, that's the way. March
Behind.
From the gun, Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. To Gordon, out left. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. To throw is Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Step 180, black 15.
Trying to power it ahead with Watt. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Derek Watt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And I want to give the big guy some credit because he deserves it, but where was the defense there? Because he's not a burner.
I think they fooled him big time by handing him the football. It's not normal for him to touch it very often on a running play. I think the defense was just ill-prepared for that eventuality.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
The play fake to Balaj. Now Rosen. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Hey, let's get there. Switch.
Hug.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's it. Big hit.
5-yard gain.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Slam!
On second down, it's Drake. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on third down.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
On third down, Rosen. It's complete to Graham. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. They'll run here with Balaj. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for Dolphins. First down.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, second and 10. Forced out to his left. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Factory 90, red 80, red. Cluster.
Hey, watch it.
Hey, wahoo. Behind.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Eluding the pressure right, and this is going to be incomplete. Well, this game is, of course, part of the NFL 100 series, and the historical significance here goes back to that 1981 AFC divisional round game. Dubbed the Epic in Miami. Others called it the game that no one should have lost. Boy, you had so many great plays in there. The hook and ladder, the end of the second quarter by the Dolphins. Remember Kellen Winslow, future Hall of Famer, getting carried off exhausted in that contest. Over 1,000 total yards between the two teams, and led by Dan Fouts, the Chargers pulled off the 3-point win in overtime. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, it's Drake. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Rosen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Bravo!
Here's Rosen to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And this one's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
That seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, it's Rosen. Throw left side complete. It's Drake. It's a gain of 5. And it'll make it a 2nd down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This is fielded at the goal line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Balaj. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On the toss, here's Balaj. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they'll throw it with Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
He's checking, 180. Go.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
White, 85.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Raekwon McMillan. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. On second down, Eckler. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. 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 Bang, 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 bang.
They'll stay on the ground. Barrage again. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Grant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And now it's Rosen looking for his running back, and he's got him. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On 2nd and a couple, Rivers. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on second down, Rivers. Benjamin's got it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. On second down, there's the option going left. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
High 7. White!
Check 24.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
March 43. March 43. Don't get nervous.
Rivers to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
80. Alert.
To throw is Rosen. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Milage. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Brings up third down and 11.
Connect. 180.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 4 down. 4 down.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Charger drive about to get going. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They go play action here on first down. Caught left side, Williams. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Set. 190.
Right there in the middle. 55.
Load it. Load it. Room.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This will be taken in at the 1.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Pick it up, G. You go tight. You got tight.
Red Delta. Hey, Haywood.
55. Mike 55.
Hey, hey, hey.
It's defense focus. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. 55.
Back to it after the pick six. Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Off the field. Let's get off the field. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Hey, Alpha.
You're not
Load it. Load it.
Check right. Check right. Watch 55. I hope you brought your left.
White, 89.
Throwing again. Rivers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Raekwon McMillan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Hey, Delta. Hey, I want to go left.
3rd and long for Rivers. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Delta.
55. Right there.
Hey, Rocket.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. The Chargers go here. It's Rivers. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
180.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Hey, alert, alert.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Middle.
And Rosen's actually going to throw it here. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jakeem Grant, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A very solid gain of 27.
And the Chargers first
Rivers now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. All day.
To throw is Rivers. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
You got three down. Mike's 43.
Rivers now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. 20. But he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
No problem there on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing after the interception. Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Flushed out right. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Dolphins, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both